Hi. Each week I'm going to record what I call Contemplative Friday. And the purpose of Contemplative Friday is exactly what it says it is, to take some time to pause, a little time to relax, and to simply contemplate some of the things we've talked about in this class for the prior week. But it's really based on my new interests in meditation and the benefits that I've been deriving from meditation. And I hope that you might be willing to explore meditation for yourself. And a lot of people have different conceptions of meditation. For me, it's simply slowing down, focusing on my breath, and then focusing my thoughts on a particular topic or two. So that's what I hope to introduce to you through these Contemplative Fridays. And if nothing else, it's 10, 15 minutes of your life where you can relax and shut your eyes. We live in a very busy world, and I seldom took the time to just really slow down and think about things and just let the world be for a little bit. So that's really the purpose of this. I do hope that it helps us visualize the world in a little bit different way in terms of the chemical world. And I think if you participate in these, you will see what I mean over the weeks, how they connect to the material. So with that, we'll simply begin, and I invite you to try this. It's not a requirement. These won't be on tests. This is just, one human talking to other human beings about how I like to picture the world and what I find beneficial. So I hope you try this out and see if you too find it beneficial. So at this point, I would simply invite you to get comfortable. If you're sitting in a chair, maybe wiggle around a little bit, find yourself in an upright but comfortable position, and simply take a little bit of time to relax. Close your eyes, perhaps, or soften your gaze, and simply be still. Give yourself the freedom to be still. And allow your mind to begin to quiet down. And perhaps now take a long, slow, deep breath in and a long, slow exhale out. And take another long, slow, deep breath in through your nose, counting to 4 or 5. And exhale, counting to 4 or 5. Take another long, slow, deep breath in to 4 or 5. And exhale to the count of 4 or 5. And now release the breath. Just let it flow naturally. Let it return to normal. Just know that your body will breathe on its own without your focus on it. And now bring your awareness to the breath. Where do you sense it? Where do you feel it? Some people feel it perhaps at the base of the nose as the cool air comes in and warm, moist air goes out. Or maybe you feel it in your belly as it expands and contracts. Focus on that breath. When your mind wanders, which it will, acknowledge that and then bring your attention back to the breath. And now bring to mind a pile of something, maybe M&Ms, sand, books. Start trying to imagine how you could describe those things in terms of measurable quantities. For example, how much do they weigh? If you lined them up, how long would that line be? Assign specific answers. How many pounds would it be? What units do you want to use for length? Now imagine another conversion for that length and that mass. If you weighed it in pounds in your mind, what other mass unit could you use? If you measured in inches or feet, what other length units do we know? And picture the mathematical conversion you would need to do. Picture the number you had assigned and the units. What would the next mathematical step be in converting it to the new units? What conversion factor would you need to look up? Write it out in your head and show the cancellation of the units. And now what I'd like you to do is clear that from your mind and picture a meter. A meter is about 3 feet. So if it helps picture 3 feet, think about how tall you are and whatever fraction 3 feet would be for that. Just picture something that's roughly 3 feet or roughly a meter in length. take that meter, take that length, and imagine dividing it into 1,000 equal parts. Now focus on just one of those parts. How long is it? That part is a millimeter. Hold your focus on that millimeter. Now in your mind, take that millimeter and divide it into 1,000 equal parts. Focus on one of those 1,000 parts. Try to hold it in your mind. That one part is a micrometer. Now take that micrometer and divide it into 1,000 equal parts. Focus on just one of those parts. That one part is a nanometer. Now, if you had 1 billion of those nanometers side by side by side by side by side, so 10 to the 9th of those parts, 1 billion of those parts, you'd be back to your original meter. So at this point, you can return your focus to your breath. Let's bring your awareness to your breath. Feel it as the air goes into your nose or as your belly expands. Take a long, slow, deep breath in to the count of 4 or 5. And exhale to the count of 4 or 5. Take another long, slow, deep breath in. And exhale to the count of 4 or 5. And begin to bring your awareness back to the room. Maybe keep your eyes closed, but feel yourself returning back to the room. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Slowly open your eyes. Think about the day ahead. Think about the weekend, perhaps, if you're watching this on a Friday. And I would encourage you, if you liked this, periodically take some time to just close your eyes 5-10 minutes. Be present, no expectations. Just observing thoughts and the world around us. And we'll do this every Friday. Again, no requirement to do it. I just hope you find it beneficial, and I think it helps to visualize chemistry a lot. So this is one mechanism for doing that. So hopefully you'll continue to watch these, and I will be seeing you in class. Bye.